Wait, so you say you're a fan of or at the very least for this game, you like using Steve and Ash as your survivors. Do you like the Evil Dead movies? You know where Ash is from? Ashley Williams. Have you seen the Evil Dead movies? Haven't seen the movies yet. Oh, yet? You haven't seen the movies? But you watch a show. I've only seen the first season of the show, but I don't know if I finished it. I have it on Blu-ray. You find it hard to sit down and watch movies. I'm gonna watch them though. I've only seen part of the show. I think. Yeah, here, like, check this out. So yeah, so I have the first season, Ash vs. Evil Dead. But the movies are pretty cool. The first movie, Evil Dead 1, like the old movie, it's supposed to be a straight up horror movie, but there's a bit of like unintentional horror. I mean unintentional comedy, just because it's just film students trying to make a horror movie. It's when the second movie kicks in, Evil Dead 2, and that's when it's like the Evil Dead everyone knows. And then the Army of Darkness is more the comedy. And then there's a remake, Evil Dead the remake, which came out like in 2012, 2013 maybe. That movie is insane. That movie's like straight up gruesome horror. Probably one of the most violent mainstream horror movies out like ever. Alright, this game just froze. Bruce Campbell, yeah, he's awesome. Dude, outside it's like the Spider-Man trilogy, Sam Raimi directing. Bruce Campbell, he's in all of those movies. He makes a cameo in all 3 of those Spider-Man movies. And he's awesome in all of them. But, okay, so he's awesome. So we both agree he is awesome. He's hilarious. But, which movies? No, the Spider-Man movies. The Sam Raimi directed Spider-Man movies. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Bruce Campbell, he's in all 3 of them because he cameos in all 3 of those Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. Kirsten Dunst, yeah. He's like the guy's like, what's your name? What's your name, kid? The Human Spider. The Human Spider, that's a terrible name. And then he calls Spider-Man Spider-Man in the first movie. He's the wrestling guy announcer. You haven't seen those? Oh my god. Those movies are amazing. Those are my favorite Spider-Man movies. Tobey Maguire is my favorite Spider-Man. Not to say nothing's wrong with Tom Holland in the MCU or Andrew Garfield. But I grew up watching Tobey Maguire, so. What else? Oh yeah, so yeah, one thing I want to tell you, one thing I want to share. So earlier this year I worked on a movie. And I was a production assistant. And Andrew Garfield was a bad Spider-Man. I'm sorry, I have not seen the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans, so I don't know if he's good or bad. But earlier this year I was working on a movie. I was an assistant on this movie, and I was working with this other guy. I think he worked with somebody else, and that guy worked on Ash vs. Evil Dead. And he basically said Bruce Campbell on his contract, his trailer, like where he chills in between like scenes and stuff like that, has to be within a certain distance from the set. And sometimes that's impossible because of filming conditions and whatever. Like if you film like out the mountain, you might not be able to like have your freaking trailer at the mountain. But Bruce Campbell in his contract, his trailer, no matter where they're filming, has to be within a certain distance from the set. And so so yeah, he's awesome. Bruce is awesome. He's hilarious. But I know that. But when that guy told me about that, I was like, interesting. All right. Because when we talked about that, because the guy was wearing Evil Dead shirt, so I just told him, "Hey, I have that same shirt you have." And then we just started talking about Bruce Campbell.